Against the motion, Ghana should not adopt free senior high school.
The Cambridge Dictionary also describes adopt as to accept or start using something new. The same dictionary also describes a citizen as a person who is a member of a country who enjoys national rights. Therefore, the motion in its simplest forms means that Ghana should start making free education mandatory for all citizens. And this is why we speak against the motion. To my first point, the chair, Ghana should not adopt free SHS education for all citizens because it is a profligate or prodigal policy. Now, this policy will divert scarce resources from critical sectors like healthcare and infrastructure. With a high debt to GDP ratio, Ghana cannot afford this blanket subsidy. This unsustainable policy will compromise Ghana's economic stability and future prosperity, prioritizing short-term gains over long-term fiscal prudence. A report by TV3 Ghana, shown on Google.com, reveals that Ghana's total public debt as at the first quarter of this year is 769.4 billion Ghana cedis, which is equivalent to $52.9 billion US dollars. This represents a 22% increase reaching to us. So if we are supposed to make this free SHS policy mandatory for all the citizens, it means we need to pay more tax, which is a complete blow below the belt. Because I think the citizenry of Ghana pays enough tax than to add a different tax to it, all in the name of funding this free SHS policy. To my third point, it abandons the role of private sector schools. I know the opponents are ready to rebut this point by saying that the current government has included certain private schools in the free SHS program. But the chair, this inclusivity indirect means limited resources, in the sense that the standard of education will drop. We can all attest to the fact that the resources in our public senior high schools are not the best. I went to HES. I was a science student. I never saw a microscope with my naked eye that I was reading biology. Somebody is reading science, a biology student in Our Lady of Grace Senior High School, but then he or she works with a microscope. This is the difference in standard of education we have in our private senior high schools. So if you are saying this become a responsible parents in the society, but then we all know that the standard of this free SHS is not the best. You go to school for 2 months and stay home for 3 months. And then our parents need to find extra money to take us to vacation classes. This wasn't the kind of education that we had then. The free SHS itself, as we have it now, it's not even one of the best. That is why the creator himself, who brought it, called for a review, that he made a mistake in the first place by implementing this free SHS policy. And now they are going to review it. So even if the creator is calling for a review, who then are you to tell us to adopt it for policy?
30 seconds more.
You want to us that the challenges facing free SHS will be addressed. Please address those challenges before you adopt it for the citizenry. Again, it's a message that free SHS will ensure equality amongst all citizens and render education to the citizens. But the check, before the implementation of free SHS, people were still going to school. If you spoon feed a child, they will never learn how to eat. So I was going to say that if you have to
Please, your time is up.